Dana. I am, there's a whole chapter in you all want to be proxied in. Here, let's do a little proxy. It's sacred, okay? If you have your own sage, you can go run and grab it if you want. But otherwise, just energetically open up to receive this. I do have a great-great-grandmother that was full-blooded Cherokee Indian. So I really relate to the practice of saging. It's also a very sensual, feminine practice, smoke. Anytime we're bringing in the senses, we've got smell, we've got the element of air happening, right? So we're clear. I'm getting covered in chills. I'm feeling you all step into this with me. So clearing out right now for every woman who watches this replay and joins me now, we're clearing out old energy that no longer serves. I'm cutting the ties to old identities, old patterns from any dimension, any life, any generation. I'm cutting the ties to old wounds, old stories, old lovers, old wounded relationships. I cut those ties right now. I break them from my body, from my life, from every woman connected. We cut the ties of social injustice. We cut the ties of the suppression and sexualization and misuse of women and their wombs. We cut the ties with feeling small, with feeling weak, with feeling afraid, with feeling not enough. And we make space for those energies, knowing that we have the power to be the queens in our life and to hold that beautiful energy and emotion. So we cut the ties with what is not ours and no longer serves us, and we integrate and love any energies that need love. And right now we prepare our temple on this 11/11/2020 portal to receive our absolute divinity, power, grace, truth, divine calling, waking up the God knowing inside of our hearts, inside of our minds at a cellular level, as God, as divine feminine, flowing through our body at a cellular level. And so it is. Woo! Palo Santo burning. Yay! You woke up with nothing but hurting this morning. Aw, Anna, sorry. I know you've had some surgeries and tests and lots of things going. So we're sending you some love and some healing in your body. Okay. So how's everybody? Anna, thank you for sharing authentically where you are, and just know that you're not alone. You're witnessed. I love the Palo Santo. So we've been moving some big things together, right? We're on day 3. I want to give you a few announcements, and then we're going to dive in. Who's ready to dive in? Woo, woo, woo. So to recap, we have learned about the feminine nature of manifesting, and as it relates to our womb, and relating to how the womb opens and makes herself ready to receive and to create, that whenever we just push manifestations without actually getting into our heart and without actually getting into a state of, a beautiful state, an elevated state, that we're working against our nature. But when we choose to step into a state of gratitude, of love, of even at the smallest level, praying for somebody else, like Anna praying for someone else in pain, that then we have an opening in our heart, and then our womb opens. Also the power to create opens, right? And that's what we want anyway. Aligned, inspired manifestations led by our whole being, right? And then we learned and had another round of deep activation and healing when we made space for our inner child and for the part of ourself that is wanting love, that wants to be held, that wants to never be left or abandoned, that wants to know that you've got things, right? And we gave her love, and we figured out how to make room for her emotions and step up with our powerful self, our future self, while observing. As our observer self, we watch how we can hold space and reassure and guide that child. So rather than those emotions and energies just suppressing them or working in the background, we now know how to step up into our queendom and hold space, for ourselves and receive, right? You're a manifesting generator. Woo, you're an MG41. What is that? Manifesting generator 41. Got it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, and so today we're going to go further with that. We're going to go with how do we manifest using our feminine energy consistently and on command. And while this is day 3 and meant to be the end of the workshop, anybody that knows me knows that I overgive. I like to give more and that I follow my intuition here. So you're going to receive a bonus class from me today. Later today, it'll also have information for those of you that want to go further with me, that want to keep going. You'll learn how to do that. And then we're going to have a bonus class next week. And so inside of the group that's still here, you'll see an announcement about the bonus class next week. It's super cool. We're going to be talking about the Grail Gates of the womb and how to use and tap into the energies of the Grail Gates of the womb to manifest. Okay, and that's going to be a bonus class, and I'll be in there doing Q&A. And on that class, we're going to make it a Zoom class. So you can actually, those of you who participated in this, because the class is going to be open to all my database, they'll see it live, but you'll have a special invitation to come on to Zoom. Woo, woo. All right. And one more thing, if you're still wanting the meditation, that's still available until November 15th, and you'll see the link to that in the bottom of your email. But if you have any challenges, just let me know. And that is a meditation to activate your feminine energy, and I really recommend listening to it once a day. Okay, so we did that clearing, but I'm going to say right now, we set the vortex on 11/11/2020, calling in our divine right to thrive, calling in our right to manifest, and calling our right to desire. We open our spiritual eyes as the God force and God presence that we are, with the divine design that we came in to express, experience, and align with. We open that genius right now and declare with our sovereign voice over our own body, hold your body, our own sovereign property. This is my life. This is my body. I declare it my property. And I declare that I shall live the design. I allow myself to live in love and peace and harmony, to have enough money, enough joy to express my divine calling, enough love, enough healing, enough contentment, enough of everything that I need, and then some to live my most expressed, divinely guided right. And so it is. Ooh, you're welcome, Dana. Okay, how did that feel? How did that feel? And anybody who wants to share something about yesterday. I didn't see any videos inside of the group. So if you did a video, if you could go back and tag me. But I want to remind you that whenever you go in and you actually do the video, you're not only helping yourself get more of this and integrate this at much deeper levels, because you're letting your mind, you're letting your reticular activating system know this is so important. Not only am I thinking and sitting, but I'm taking action. And you're stepping up as the queen in your energy. And when you share your voice, you give the opportunity for other women to hear themselves, see themselves, sense themselves, and to have that tribal community weaving happening. So I really encourage you to do that, even if it's just a quick minute, okay? So who else joined us? We have Michelle, Dana, Anna, and who else is here with us? I think it might be Amber. Okay. Anybody want to share anything about your breakthroughs yesterday or your ahas yesterday? And we had some people manifest. We saw Lisa had $1,000 come into her bank. Adrian had a random manifestation. I had a couple of manifestations yesterday as well. Super awesome. So anything you want to share before we dive in? I'm going to wait. Someone step up. Come on, queens. You're still journaling. Okay, that's good. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Amber's here. Yay. All right. I knew it was you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to give you, I'm going to encourage you women. We've got hearts. I'd love to hear anything you want to say about yesterday, about how you're feeling, about allowing yourself to receive more income. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about the princess versus the queen. All right. And there are times in our life where it is super valuable still. You're noticing ideal client stepping forward. Yes, I love it. It was wonderful healing. Thank you. I love that practice, but always love how you hold them. Aw, thank you so much. Yay. Okay. Awesome. Anybody else? I'm thinking there might just be a delay in the comments. I am going to burn a little bit more. I'm just enjoying the smoke right now. Okay. That's good. Feeling more integrated from yesterday's inner child work. Awesome. Okay. So the princess versus the queen. It's always cracked me up when I think back to Disney movies. And for many of us ladies, Disney movies set the stage in our mind of what, being beautiful and what life would be like later. And thankfully, Disney's starting to put out some other things, but we've been sold this idea of the princess. And think about it, the princess, she doesn't have to worry about anything super major. There are lots of suitors coming to try to win her heart. Your husband just handed you 20 out of nowhere. Yay! The suitors are always coming to try to win her heart. They dress amazing, like hello, Princess Jasmine and the Little Mermaid. And I mean, who doesn't love a good tail, right? And coconut shells they're not coconuts, I forget, seashells. But they have glorious outfits. They're so beautiful, right? And they have someone taking care of everything. The king is taking care of everything. And maybe they get stolen, but the prince and everybody goes out looking for them, right? We're sold that. And then I don't know about you, but as a child, most of the things that I saw about queens, they look really old and these high collars and, their husbands have all these young, beautiful mistresses. Like it is, you put your crown on, yay! You'll have to please put a picture in the group of that, all right? I should have put mine on too. I need to find it. Okay, not should have. We don't shit on ourselves, right? So the queen is sold to us as like her man is messing around. She's old, she's bitter, she's stodgy, she doesn't have a lot of power. It is a sucky story, right? So no wonder many of us women have lived in this archetype of when's my prince coming for me? I want to be the helpless princess. I want the rescuer coming for me. Go grab your crown, go grab it. What I want to invite you to is that the queen is actually glorious. She is sensual. She is sexy. She is fierce. And we're starting to see more archetype versions like that. But, I'm going to invite you to go, you know what? There's a time for the princess, but I am now going to step into my queendom. So a lot of times, it's funny, feminine manifesting, it is about receiving and moving into this intuitive, sensual state where divine masculine is just delivering from the divine masculine inside of you and without you, if you want to call it God, divine masculine, infinite intelligence. But it is working to bring your desires to you, right? And the queen's job is to own her queendom, to know what she wants, and then to nourish her queendom by asking for it, and then wait. And then just imagine everybody in the kingdom going to go, oh, the queen wants to be bathed, the queen wants whatever it is that you're desiring as a metaphor, okay? queens and all my tarot oracle cards are always gorgeous. Yeah, because they know what's up, people making oracle cards, right? So I'm here to say that the princess archetype, it's a false archetype. And one of the, it's not a false archetype, excuse me, but it is not the archetype that is going to have you own your queendom, because the princess is still waiting to be told what to do. She's still exploring. She's still, figuring out, and there's a time and space for that. But when it comes to manifesting and it comes to owning your desires, there is this certain level of, imagine, like, there are times, and maybe you love this too, where I'm asking the universe or my highest self or spirit to give me a confirmation about something, right? Like I'm wanting a confirmation. And when those confirmations come, they're amazing. They're beautiful. And there have been certain moments where it was just like so clear and so divine. And tell me if you've had these kind of moments where it's almost like spirit is going, look here, this is what I want you to do. And those moments, they feel so amazing, right? Because there's so much certainty in them. And you know that, bam, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Now, the challenge is, as well as a beautiful, powerful invitation that I'm inviting you into, and we're gonna do some exercises here today, of course, and also talk about desire and working with the womb to manifest our desires. The challenge is that when you're just waiting, what feelings come up when you're just waiting to know what to do next? When you're just, and I'm not talking about the periods of time where you've been instructed, don't move, wait. But I'm talking about where you're just like helpless, frantic, looking, wanting, where's my rescuer? Where's my hero? Where's somebody help me, right? Yeah, that energy is not an empowered energy, right? It's like the little girl that we worked with yesterday that needs to be held. But queen energy, and this is my invitation to you, okay? Queen energy is going, okay, I have been assigned this body, this life, my queendom. Your life, your body, that's your queendom. Like what you do with yourself, with your energy, with your time, with your life force, that is your queendom. What you do with your mind, how you dress yourself, bathe yourself, what you allow yourself to receive or not to receive, what you allow yourself to participate in or not, all of that is your queendom. Your family, your home, your books, your art, your everything that it is, your relationships, that's your queendom. Right? And so whenever patience and waiting is beautiful. It is beautiful. And there are moments for that. And this is my invitation to you today, is that if you can go, okay, you know what? I am the queen of my queendom. And in my inspired right, as God walking about on the planet, called to co-create reality, I am going to tap into my highest desire. I'm going to align with my truth, and I am going to take consistent, inspired action as the queen of my queendom, knowing that every step that I take, I'm the queen and I'm supported by the whole universe. And the power in this is that as you walk in authority and in inspired action, as that queen that was holding that young version of yourself yesterday, that goes by faith in the middle of this, standing for every single person that feels not sure, not ready, not certain about what's coming next. But as I take up my sovereign property and my sovereign voice, and in faith, I take step after step after step, I trust that the whole universe will line up and support what it is that I am creating, that I will be divinely guided. I'll be redirected. If I'm not on the right path, my mind will go on and my body will go in the right path, and there is no way to get it wrong. Can you imagine how powerful that would be? Like, how would that feel? Yeah, you're supported by the whole universe, even when shadows loom, especially when shadows loom. Because you stand in it and you go, you know what? I'm making room for these shadows. I'm holding them. I'm loving them. We're going to get through this. And I am just as loved as anybody else on this planet. And you claim that, knowing that as you claim it, you're claiming the love for your own children. You're claiming the love for every person that feels unlovable, right? Because everybody comes up against these feelings. Everybody of, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve it. It's not okay for me to have too much, or to be too bright, or to be too big, right? So as you stand in the middle of those feelings and go, I am going to generate these feelings in my heart. I'm going to bring myself powerfully into love, into gratitude, into a receiving state. Then you vibrate the vibration of queendom. You vibrate the vibration of faith. You vibrate the vibration of enough. You vibrate the vibration of my desires are meeting me. And as a queen of my queendom, I am guided to my highest and greatest good. Right? Does that make sense? I'm going to drink to that. So who's willing? You're already willing. You have your queen crown on. Who's willing to declare yourself queen of your queendom? And now, does that mean you're not going to have feelings? No, you're definitely going to have feelings. Everybody's having feelings. If they weren't having feelings, everybody would be doing the things they were meant to be doing, right? And that they want to be doing. But how we gain our autonomy and our power is going, I am taking sole responsibility as the God self, as the queen of my queendom, with guidance of divine spirit, divine mother, divine father, angels, all the lessons of my ancestors in my body. And I walk about in authority. And you keep taking up your own wisdom, your own property. Does that make sense? Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to pull a little card for this next part. Let's see. You're struggling so much right now with internalized rage and pain. But yes. Yeah, and I would keep going, Amber, with yesterday's exercise. Keep going with yesterday's exercise. Allowing yourself to hold energy for that space. And also get support if you need it, you know, a counselor, a session, trade a session with someone, you know, in your healing community, like maybe Alicia, you know. But holding space for that. Because that's what happens is when we feel these feelings and then we go, oh, those are too big. I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to look at that. And then we get afraid of them. It's a self-abandoning, right? So you got to come in and go, no, it is okay. These feelings are okay. You're a passionate person. I've got you. I'm holding you. You're held in divinity. You're held in love. I've got you. I've got you. I've got you. Anna Pearson said she's happy to help. So you two could do a session together. And then Amber, give Anna a testimonial. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, because support is also being a queen of our queendom and taking care of ourselves, right? So let's see. I'm pulling a couple of cards. The Goddess of Ancient Skies, the temple. We'll send that to you. We've got that blue color again. And Key of Life. Ah, these are really great. Really, really great. All right, so we've got that. Okay, beautiful. So who said yes to being the queen? Let me see your words. And put your name. I am Queen Amber. I am Queen Anna. Go ahead, and even if you're watching the replay, let's see that. I'll move on once I see that. I'm Queen Dana. Type it in the comments. Type it in the comments. Let's see it. I am Queen Anna. She went first. Yay. I am Queen Dana. It went in just that order. All right, let's see. Where are my other queens? I am Queen Amber. All right, who else? Michelle. Michelle came with her crown, y'all. I'm Queen Michelle. Shekinah. Yes, higher self name, Shekinah. Shekinah, yeah, that's divine feminine. And we are, yes. I say yes to that. I say yes to our queendom, to our manifestations. Okay, so we're going to do a 2-part exercise here. So now I want you to, for a moment, close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that thing that you're focused on, your 6-figure business with more divine clients, your health and vitality, your financial security, your confidence, your soulmate love, your consistent ability to create on command, to live in joy, to live in vitality. Okay? And I want you to imagine that you're on Oprah. You're on a Super Soul Sunday with Oprah. Okay, it might have to be over Zoom. And if you prefer someone else or another talk show, that's fine. But I want you to imagine that she's just called your name and you're walking out. And now you're going to sit down in the chair and she's just celebrating you. All right? She's celebrating your wisdom and all that you've accomplished. And so I want you to imagine you've accomplished all of those things and more, even more you've accomplished. And she's just asking you, like, how does it feel to have accomplished how does it feel and what's your life like? And now you can either sit there and continue to visualize this or take out your pen and paper and I want you to write it down. So write down, what is your life like now that you've accomplished all these things? You're in this soulmate relationship. Brene Brown. Okay, Brene Brown's with you. Take the time to write or to visualize it. What is your life like? How do you feel? It was me first. Oh, Amber, I love you so much. We're going to have that happen. Keep writing. All right. So give me some of the key words. And who else joined us here? Then my mind said I was wrong because you're here and that's weird. So I went to Brene, but it's you. I love it, Amber. So as you were feeling into it, tell me, what were some of the words that came up? And write again, I've got my 6-figure business, and that feels like give us some of those words right here in the chat. Give us some of those sensations. I feel alive and awake, unstuck and thriving. Yes. Oh, you missed the last. So Laura, what we said to do is to take a moment, and you'll definitely want to watch the replay. I think you're going to enjoy it. Take a moment and imagine you're being interviewed by Oprah or somebody else that you really love, and you've accomplished everything that you want. Your art is selling like wild, and it's blessing people all over the world, and she's interviewing you about how does it feel to have this life where your art is selling, and I'm saying that because I know that's one of your visions, but whatever it is that you're looking to manifest. And how are you feeling? What's life like? And what opens for you? Having my 6-figure purpose feels grounded, received, appreciated. I'm secure. I'm magnified in all my gifts and ready to share with others. And you're without pain. Yeah. Thriving in your body. I love these. Amber, what about you, darling? I like those stars with alive, awake, and unstuck and thriving. Thanks. It feels natural. It feels natural. Okay. So now I want you to go into your heart and just move your body a little. I know we're sitting in the chair, but what does that energy feel like? I want you to multiply that energy, that alive, that unstuck, that gifts magnified, that grounded, appreciated feeling. Just like multiply it times 10. And now invite your heart and your womb to feel that with you. Like, yes, I celebrate that. Like, I see it. I'm thriving. I'm smiling. I have soulmate clients, and they're just appreciating me and my work. And as I'm working, it feels like divinity is just moving through me, and that the spirit of God, of Goddess, of Shekinah, of my highest self is expressed fully as me. And that feels, what does it feel like? It feels so yummy. I feel grateful. I feel happy. I feel at ease. I feel like excited and optimistic and inspired. I feel at home everywhere that I am. I feel curious. I feel at ease. I feel a sense of adventure and play. Sharing and feeling lots of love and empowerment. Yes, yes. I want you to take this vision now and imagine. I want you to feel it in your heart. So we're going to put it in your heart first. And I want to see you with your crown on your head and your arm opened. And I want you to see all of your ancestors that come from a healed place, and your angels and guides just like hands out, just pouring so much love. And they're just so proud of you, and they're backing you, and they're like, yes, yes, you're such a great representation. Look at what you've done. Look how you're feeling. I want you to imagine angels. I want you to imagine God, Goddess, whatever your version, the highest self, Jesus, just sending so much love to your vision and amplifying it and sending energy to that. I want you to see it amplified. All right. And I want you to see every woman that is with us having her peace, her harmony, her health, her love, and it all, like miracles happening, money happening, divine clients happening, inspiration happening, creativity happening, resourcefulness happening, faith listed, thriving, awakeness, vitality, energy. And I want you to see connecting only from those spaces in a circle and sending your love, energizing all of that energy. Hold that there. And now I want you to imagine a time that you felt so much love, like so much love. I'm imagining when my daughter first opened her eyes and I looked at her and she looked at me and there was so much love. And I want you to put that image with the image of you receiving your clients, receiving your truth, receiving your peace, walking about in ease and grace, knowing you're enough, and that you're fulfilling and living this life where you have enough money, enough resources, a divine relationship, you're expressed and curious, and you're growing, and you're grounded, and you're healthy, and connected to that love. And now I want you to imagine all the love of the universe, all the absolute love of the entire universe, the greatest love you can ever imagine. And I want you to imagine opening the back door of your heart and allowing that love in to connect and to light this image. All right, lighting it up. And I want you to imagine just sending that love out and kind of opening and receiving. Just receive that love. Allow yourself to receive that love in. Breathe it in, allow it to go through your heart, through your arms, your throat. Allow it to move up through your jaw, your ears, what you sense in your face and your brain. Up through your chakra, top head, crown chakra, and still flooding down your center, your rib cage, your core, your spine, the back of your shoulders. Allow that love to move into your womb. Allow it to fill it like a cauldron, just filling all that love up, and allow that vision, those visions you have in your heart, to just get bigger and just take up space and root inside of your womb. Allow that love to be there, take up space, see you celebrating inside of your womb. So put that picture, you're celebrating, you're healthy, you're healed, you're receiving, the world is receiving. You're at ease, you're in peace, you're in gratitude, you're grounded, you're in play, you're in your queendom. You're generating yourself as queen again and again and again. Allow that love to warm that area. Feeling the entire hip, sacrum, space, feeling it at the root of your spine, at the grell gates of your yoni, filling your thighs, all that love, but you're still holding that root and that image inside of your womb, but allowing that love to continue to flow down your legs, filling your feet. Breathing that in. And staying inside of the womb right now, I'm really feeling called to that. So bring a light pink light in there. Just imagine celebrating, dancing, smiling, skipping, whatever your happy dance is of life created, presence, peace, joy, goodness, divine clients. See that happy dance and a light pink light. All right, and now we're going to continuing to hold that image, but take that light, and I want you to imagine a straw coming from the center of your womb and from both hips. So there'll be 3 lights that are kind of like straws that come from the center of the womb, that light pink light, and go all the way down your legs, out your feet, out of the center of your womb into the ground. Imagine it going deep, deep, deep in the earth, past the rocks, past the crystals, to the center of the earth. And I want you to imagine there that Divine Mother is there, and she's like so happy to see you, and she's smiling, and she has this magical elixir full of stem cells and energy, and knows exactly what you need for your own highest and greatest good to bring all of this vitality and all of this vision into existence, to source you, to fuel you, and to fill your body with this now. And I want you to imagine she has this big cauldron, and that through those straws you begin to drink that up. Just drink that love up. Drink that divine, nurturing, divine, feminine elixir up, up, up through the earth, through, past the rocks, past the dirt, the crystals, up through the bottom of your feet, moving up, up, up through your legs. It feels so good. Up through your hip bones and now through the center of your womb, entering into your womb. And I want you to imagine that first cauldron of the womb space, the sacrum, filling up with this magical elixir, just filling, 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 bringing it up, up, as it continues to fill, and it comes up to the center, through the center of your body, filling up, 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 up to your heart. Imagine another cup there, just drinking all of that in, healing, revitalizing, knowing exactly what you need to unlock your own inner genius and divine feminine ability to receive, and up to your throat where there's another cup, freeing your voice. Yep, up, up, up. Feeling this in my fingertips too. But up now into your head and your brain. Allow that cup to fill, 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 fill. And now spilling out through the top of your crown chakra, all over your body, over your eyes, your nose, your neck, and your ears, under your arms, your fingers, between your cheekies, and your spine, your legs, covering your whole body and back down into the ground. Right. Open your eyes when you're ready. Let me know how that felt. How did that feel? It tickled. That's awesome. That is awesome. When I get massages, sometimes it tickles. And they always tell me that's energy moving. How did that feel? Overflowing with golden goddess energy. Yes, yes. Freeing. Yes. Awesome. What else? Okay. So, weight lifted. Yes. Yes. I want you to notice some of the words that you're writing down and make sure that you come back and put these in your journal. So if you've got to grab them from the comments, and here's why. Because your body, it is the vibrational container of the living God or goddess of spirit. That your body is a container and it's holding a vibration. And that vibration is calling to it all of the time, right? Oh, good. You're going to come back to it and you're glowing. Yes. So these words that you're putting out as the queen and with the tools that we've already used before, we're going to continue to allow our bodies to be this vibrational state. And what I love about what we've done here is people often tell you, yes, you need to move into a vibrational state, and that what you attract what you are, you attract what you're beaming out. But they often overlook, but what about the shitty state that I'm in? How do I deal with that? And how do I get the weeds out of my garden? And so the exercise that we did yesterday allows us to use our divine feminine, our divine mother, and to hold space and to make room for all of those magnificent emotions that come up inside of you to be seen, to be felt, but to be held powerfully in a powerful container, knowing that you are the queen of your queendom and that you can do it, or you can get the support, but that you are enough and that these are beautiful. But then you can also, as the queen, show up and generate that heart space, right? Like that, right? I can't tell you how many times I was in a crappy mood and then I had to go teach a class, be it a fitness class or a class here. And so I did my work, saying my Queen Manifesto, doing the 333 that we did from day one. You know, what I'm grateful for, praying for my children, praying for everybody feeling these things. Then I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. I'm proud of this, I'm proud of that. And here's what I'm going to go create. And I'm demanding it, declaring it over my sovereign property. And then boom, state is changed. Right? But we've got to be willing as the queen of our queendoms to take divine responsibility for that. And that's going to take several things. One, what environment are you in? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What things are you putting in your mind? What practices do you have for generating yourself as the queen of your queendom? Right? You also drew a card when I did. Okay, share it in the group. Wonderful. So being able to generate, right? So just like we've done this over these 3 days, if you want to create on command, it is that moving into the heart to know what is it that I want, right? And actually just moving into the heart first, then asking, what do I want to create, right? And then moving that into the state. And now those words that you got go, all right, now in life, how do I go about thriving? How do I go about feeling awake and alive? How do I generate that state right here, right now? Right? And we've got some tools for that over these past couple of days. I hope that they've been really, really valuable. And now one more thing for today's lesson before we go. But before I say that, anything you want to say? Anybody have something that they want to say about that little piece? Do you get how you can create on command if you're staying in alignment with your heart and then bringing it to the womb? And now that third piece is the same piece that we started with, and that is to continue to invite your womb to open and to receive and to guide your steps to, and part of inviting your womb is asking your womb, what do you desire? What do you desire? What do you desire? What do you want to do today? Where do we want to go today? And then making space for that. And for some of you, that's going to be dancing. It's going to be a warm bath. It's going to be lovemaking. You know, it's going to be painting, going for a walk in nature. But it's one key distinction that I hope that I brought to you through these 3 days is that it's not just about self-love and self-worth and moving into a receptive state. It isn't just about self-indulgence, right? That's part of it. I'm going to go indulge in a bubble bath. I'm going to go indulge and eat chocolate slowly. I'm going to go dance. But it is also about self-loving that child that is afraid to meet her destiny, that is hiding from success, that would rather take a bubble bath than write her book, right? So sometimes a bubble bath is needed in the middle of writing, but it's also about that parenting of, okay, I know you don't want to go to school, but I'm going to send you anyway. Or I know you're afraid to play your first football game, even though you've been dreaming about it for the past, 6 months. But I believe in you and let's get you in the game. So it's that queen that says, I'm going to be here for you and I'm going to take the actions that are worthy of your life's calling, the inspired actions aligned with desire, right? And then being open and intuitive. And what you're going to see is real magic. And I'll give you a version of this story that happened to me once. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of a wrap up. And remember, we have 2 bonus classes and next week too. So So I had been living in LA, and I've been working with the designer who dressed Prince his entire career. And so I was getting to dress celebrities and go to all these red carpet events. It was really, really cool. I got to meet Rihanna, LL Cool J, a whole bunch of other Katie Couric, like a bunch of awesome people. And I was dancing every night until like 4 a.m. every night. It was so really like such a cool experience, and I manifested that one. Well, I had gotten to a point, I was going from California to Florida to Miami, and I was bringing some clothes to dress Brooke Hogan and also this band, Here to Here. And I had braces. I was going to meet my orthodontist. And on the plane, I was just in my heart, and I took out a spiral notebook and some colored markers, and I was ready for some changes. So I'd really enjoyed my time in Miami, but it was in LA, but it was starting to feel really, really high strung. And so I just went into my heart and went, okay, if I could do anything, what would be really cool to create? And I wrote down that I would still love to work with celebrities and influential people around heart-centered projects and spiritual projects, because I've been working with the Peace Gallery. We were the reason peace signs came out in 2006. And, it starts high fashion first, and it goes to all the BB, Walmart, Victoria's Secret, all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, but I want more peace. Like, I want a gentler environment, because it was like getting pretty high strung there. And so at 5 a.m. that morning, I hadn't slept, and I show up to this penthouse on Miami Beach where we're doing a photo shoot with the band Here to Here. And they used to sing for the United Nations. And one of the guys was the lead singer of Menudo after Ricky Martin. And so I'm there with the clothes. I haven't slept. It's 5 a.m. It's this beautiful, well-designed place. And the band manager says, you know what? You have to meet my mom. This is her house, but you have to meet her. And the next thing I know, we're talking, and we're having this just heart to heart. We're both crying. And she goes, I don't know what you're doing, but I want you here, and I want you on my team. Well, it ended up that she had been on Oprah twice. She had Philip Stein Tesla watches, and she had invented those. And she was working with the Dalai Lama to build an orphanage in India and working with all these untouchable children. And I said, I'd love to be with you, but I live in LA, and part of my compensation is my house in LA. And she was like, you need a place to live? You can live here. And she took me to the top suite. So there's a building called the Pinnacle in Miami and Sunny Isles. It's really beautiful. But the top suite, there was one other guy living there, and he was not a straight guy, so it worked out well. And this beautiful home became part of my compensation, all right, on the beach, the top suite, my top above, I could go up these little winding stairs, and I had a hot tub overlooking all of Miami. I ended up, she had a maid and a chef and a company car, so I had a chef prepare food every day. I had a literal waterfall running through my table. She designed every part of this house. Like, to give you an idea, in her bedroom, she had imported doors from Tibetan temples and dipped them in plaster, and those were the walls. It was just, I'll post a picture or a video in the group of the house. It was just so gorgeous. And that happened like that, like boom, that it wasn't even this major, massive action. It was like, now suddenly I moved from California, I'm living in Miami. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, such a beautiful experience. This woman fed 100 homeless people every single weekend, and just a beautiful experience. But that is the power of having your feminine energy turned on with your masculine. So that masculine energy is the part that has me go, okay, what does it take to write a book? what does it take to structure a 3-day challenge, and writing the emails in advance, and, you know, doing all those pieces. Thank you, Dana. And our feminine, when we're tuned in, not only into our feminine, but as the feminine, waking up as God, as the co-creator in physical form, which I know that's a big call, but that's what I'm called to do, is help people wake up as God, and to continue to wake up myself as God on this planet. And I've downloaded some codes for that, and the codes of feminine creation. And a lot of people are downloading codes right now. I think there's some big things happening on the planet. Then you move from a space of just earthbound, circumstance-bound, grind, push, which I love to grind and to push. Sounds like a good sex session. Oh, Anna, we're here. We're gonna bring your best version forward. And I hope it does inspire you to get wild with, like, what could I create? What is possible, you know? And so as you're bringing these two elements together, you have the results of consistently showing up. Like, I'm writing book 2 now. How does a book get done? It's consistent showing up. I'm glad you like the way that feels. They're big and they're amazing. And that's what we're covering in Rich Queen Academy, as well as in this next book. But whenever you allow yourself to move with consistency and the structure of supporting yourself, that's actually, you know, as the mother to your inner child, as the queen, and also using and aligning with your inner masculine and these rituals and structures, but then grounded in your feminine power to create and to receive, and as God happening, then miraculous, like seemingly quantum leaps, reality bending, coding reality, like that is what's possible. And you know, in 3 days, it's flown by with you all, and it's been incredible. And I really feel a book of poetry. I like that. I really feel if you take just what we've done already and keep replaying those processes of what do I want from a heart-centered space, going into state, bringing it into your womb, and then walking about embodying these states, you're going to be able to create again and again and again on command. You're going to see the whole universe line up to conspire and work with you. And if you want to go further with me, because I know this is something that, just like going to the gym, you don't go to the gym once and it's all done. It's conditioning, and it's environment, it's practice, you know, so that you have a space where you're able to really bring this forward. Then I hope you'll consider joining us in Rich Queen Academy, and I'll give you more information about that. I didn't mean to jump there yet, but it's just like, I know what's possible, and I'm ready for us to rise at this next level and create magic together as the divine feminine energy is rising. So thank you all so much. Here's your assignment for today. Is if you haven't done a video yet, please go in and just do at least one video recapping your biggest ahas, okay, in this and anything that you've manifested. I know, Anna. Anything that you've manifested and your biggest ahas. If you miss this part, you're missing a big opportunity, because when you bring your voice to the vortex as queen, you're using your declarative power, and you're claiming that the work that you did here, the time that you spent, that it is magic, that you're magic, right? So please do this. And you also bring yourself into the weaving and really help complete the loop of the vortex, all right? So that's your assignment. If you've already done a video, then you are great. Practice, you get to do another one. So I want you to come in and just, really share what opened up for you in these 3 days? What are you going to take away and really bring to your life and going forward, and anything else that you want to share? Okay? Does that sound good, ladies? I'll wait for your feedback. There seems to be a little bit of a delay. And I'm excited. I'm excited to watch what happens. I want to see your videos, so please tag me in them. Lots of love. Bye.